So I took a video earlier and was very positive and feeling very good, and I'm still here to be very helpful for y'all, but this battle with these types of relationships and getting out of it is no joke. The struggle is real. Now my rational brain, my intellect, all that I have still wants to question my decision and what I know to be true. And I was talking with some people that really care about me and know a decent amount of details. And, everyone just run as fast as you can and never look back. And, the video I took, my last video, kind of my introductory video to this channel, where I'm kind of laying some of this stuff out. I shared that. I wasn't going to share it with anyone that I knew for quite a while, but it just happened to come up in conversation, so I did. And it's like, oh, I was so proud of you after hearing that and seeing what you had said and how you're trying to help people. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. But then I'm also sitting there trying to have a conversation with people who love and care about me, who truly have my back. And I'm sitting there trying to convince them of why I should maybe try to give the relationship another try. What if it's going to be different this time? What if this time she'll finally be different? After all the 70, 75 plus times it was going to be different. Maybe this is the time that she finally actually gets it. She was almost there. It was so close. It was different. It's like, and I was always being gaslit by my very recent ex again, of how, I just bash her to everyone and I tell everyone else everything should just remain between us. To some degree, things should remain between people, but when someone is abusing the other person, you should talk to other people about that. And the Bible tells you in the wise counsel that you find good advice, and there's a lot of scripture on getting wise counsel and taking things to the church or to wise people to get advice and instruction. And what's the scripture I want to say? In the counsel of many there's wisdom and things like that, But someone who's abusing and manipulating and gaslighting and using and abusing you doesn't want you talking to anybody about what they're doing. Why? Because what they're doing, they know deep down is really bad and really wrong. But they want to make you feel bad because you talk to somebody about it. And the only reason you're talking to somebody about it is because you're questioning your own reality. You're trying to make sense of it. But then also, I know in my case, I was always trying to get people to accept her. I've been told by so many people, I hear you talk about this for years, and it's like, you know what I've noticed over the years? You continually throw yourself on the sword. Like, what does that mean? Meaning, like, you always try to find a way to blame yourself for what happened, whatever she did. And not that you haven't had your own faults, because trust me, hey, I've had my faults in the relationship. Everybody does. But it's like, I've been told, no matter what happens, you always try to find a way to justify what she did when she was flat out wrong in many situations. But even when she's flat out wrong, you're still trying to find a way to blame yourself and give her justification for doing what she did or saying or acting or whatever it was. And I've heard that from multiple sources. Like, you're always trying to find a way to justify her behavior, and her behavior is flat out wrong. This is not normal. This is unhealthy. This is abusive. I had someone who loves me very much, because again, I'm sitting here trying to help y'all, and I'm so aware of how messed up it is, but it's like, it's almost like a spell. It's like these people have their hooks in you, and you want to believe them. The future faking, look that up. You want to believe them so much that they can be this thing that they show sometimes. And you want to believe so badly that they can be that for good, or you can help them get to that point, or one day they're just going to wake up and they're just going to see it. They're just going to acknowledge what they do wrong. They're just going to have accountability finally. They're going to stop pointing a finger at you. And you hold on to that hope because, it was, in my case, it's like 3 to 7 days it goes good, and then it's a fallout and it's a blow up, and I'm being stonewalled and ignored for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, only text, only multiple hangups and FUs, and it's over, and I want you back, and all these things that go on. And it's like, it's all just complete chaos. I kind of lost my train of thought here real quick, but it's like, I know how bad it was and how abusive it was, but I'm still trying to justify it. I'm still trying to find a reason to stay in it. Maybe I should unblock her. Maybe, what if it was better this last go around? She didn't break up with me as many times. She didn't kick me out as many times. She stopped cussing me out like she normally does. And I'll give her that credit. She did show better behavior. We broke up for a couple months and didn't talk at all, and then she had better behavior, but it didn't last very long. It was better, but it still wasn't great. But I do give her the credit where credit's due. But like the people that know more, they're like, well, yeah, but that's what she always does. She'll tell you what you want to hear for a bit. She'll do this for a little bit, but then the same old patterns come back out. Next thing you know, again, I'm lying, I'm manipulating, I'm an abuser, I'm a this, I'm a that. And it's like, okay, how so? Can you explain? If I have to tell you that, if I have to explain to you, then click. You know, like, I shouldn't have to tell you how you're abusive or you're a manipulator or you're this. Sorry, that's her face and how she looks when she's angry sometimes. But like, if your answer to, can you please help me understand what I did wrong, or how I'm abusing you, or how I'm manipulating you, or how I'm just doing something wrong in this situation, if that person's answer is, I shouldn't have to tell you what you're doing wrong, that is called diversion. They are diverting. That is called manipulation. They're manipulating. They know they're in the wrong, and they know they don't have a leg to stand on. But will they stand in truth and in the light and let the light shine bright on what they're doing? Absolutely not. So I share this because even though I've been through it and I know how horrible it is, and I've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours studying on all these personality disorders and toxic traits and all these things and toxic relationships, and I know walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. And I know it's a duck. My rational mind knows it's a duck, but my heart is telling me, because I love the girl, regardless of the abuse and all that. I'm in love with her, and I've had a ring for her for 2 years. I was weeks out from proposing to her. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. And I just had this hope that, hey, we're going to make it more than a couple weeks. We're going to make it a couple months without having a blowout or a breakup or whatever. And then I'm going to marry her. And as crazy and as stupid as that sounds, that's where I'm at. And that's where my true heart is. So it's like, I make this video because for those that are going through this, you know what I'm talking about. But those of you that have a loved one going through this, or someone you care about, we know it's wrong, but these people have such a grip on us. It is. It's almost like, is it witchcraft? Is it a spell? I'm not going to go as far as to say that, like, oh, they're sitting there, saying words and stirring a pot. But like, let's talk about generational curses for a second. Like, there's people walking around in this world that are just doing what they learned and what they saw growing up, how mom and dad treated each other when they were growing up, and that stuff was abusive and toxic, and there was manipulation, and manipulation comes from witchcraft, and a lot of people might hate me for saying this stuff, might not, whatever. I might upset some people, but hey, that's okay. I know what truth is, but people, I don't think, are intentionally sometimes doing some of this. It's just what they know. It's what they learned. It's what they saw. So if that's all you saw, if you saw your parents fighting and hitting each other and cutting their hair off because one of them pulled their hair, so they went and cut their hair off in the bathroom, or jumping out of the car while they're fighting and doing all this stuff I saw in my relationship happen, not the hair cutting or any of that stuff, but she would jump out of the car. Hey, let me see your phone. What's that text about? What's going on there? Jump out of the car while it's driving, and for having very valid reasons for wanting to see a text on the phone because of how much lies and untrust there is. But she's gonna jump out of the car while it's moving rather than show me her phone that I don't even have the password to, because she's just that fearful of the truth or what's actually going on. But then find out that or where she comes from, her mom would jump out of the car and do things like that. And it's like, she said something to me recently, because we just broke up again and I blocked her, but it's like, apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You know what, sweetheart? I think you might be right. But again, I'm not here to bash on her and do all that, but I'm here to tell you that I know all these things. We know all these things, but I'm still trying to find a way of, it's like, not that I feel like I need to fix her, but like, I truly love her. And if she could truly stop being an abusive person, I would want to be with her, because when it is good, it is really good. There's honestly, there's nothing better. It's like a drug addiction. That's one way to describe it. A lot of information out there. Like, what gets released in the brain is literally like a drug addiction when it's good, but then it falls apart and it's the worst thing in the world. But again, I make this video because I know better, but then although I know, I'm still trying to find a way to make it work, or did I make the right decision? Am I doing the right thing going no contact? Is this really the path that I should be going down? What if I made a mistake? What if this was the time that she was finally going to get it, and she was going to stop blaming me for everything and stop abusing me and finally take accountability and finally wanted to make true, real change? Like, I give her the credit. She made some improvements, but if the improvements only lasted for a couple weeks and then the old stuff was just snarling out, coming out, poking its ugly head out, and not getting better, and everything's always my fault, people can act for a short amount of time. If you can't If it's fake, you ain't going to get past 90 days. And we couldn't even get past 6 weeks. We could barely get past 3 weeks. We could barely get past a week without her doing something that was very similar to old behaviors. So was any of it real? I don't know. I'd like to think so, because I just like to see the goodness in people. But if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. And as bad as I want it to work, as bad as I want it to be right, because of how good it can be when it's good, those extreme highs and those extreme lows, it probably ain't right. But I'm still questioning it, and every day, although I know better, and I'm making this channel all about helping y'all, I know y'all are going through this, know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, I wish the problem was me. And she's tried to tell me this, she's tried to put labels on me and whatever. Okay, cool, I'm going with it. Oh, you think I'm this or that? I'm gonna go to a therapist and talk to him about it. Hey, my girlfriend says that I'm this or thinks that I'm that. Okay, well, I'm not really getting that. Do you think she would talk to me about it so I can kind of get her perspective? You know, I'm being full transparent with a therapist or therapists. You know, I had to give up some, oh, I don't like this person, you can't talk to them, or oh, this, or what, you know, okay, I'll talk to somebody else, whatever. Or various situations that have changed people. And, you know, it's like you describe what she's accusing me of, and they're kind of like, what she's accusing you of? That really sounds like what she's doing. Projection, there's a thing called projection. They project onto you what it is that they're doing and thinking and hiding and all of it. Like, if they're being shady or doing something or being manipulative or abusive, they're going to project onto you and act like you're the one doing it when it's them doing it, and they're going to try to sit there and act like a victim. And I'm not even trying to sit here like, you're victimizing me and you're so wrong and you're a bully and you're this and you're that. But like, that's what she's doing to me. But you know, I remember I got told F you 50 times, mother effer, and got hit in the face just because her arms were flailing around, and literally veins pulsing out of her neck, hovering over me, like standing over me basically while I'm laying on a bed, calling me a bully. You're a fucking bully, you fucking jerk, and fuck you. And I'm like, your veins are popping out of your neck and your face is bright. Can you please talk to me calmly? No, because you're a fucking bully and you're and it's like, you were literally like raging on me, but you're acting like I did something. Like, I'm sitting here quiet, like, can you please calm down? Can you please not talk to me like that? Can we please have a calm conversation? No, fuck you, you bully. And it's like, you're the bully. You're the bully. I had someone say this to me again tonight that loves me very much. They're like, the amount of times this woman has put her hands on you, said things to you, done things to you, if the roles were reversed, if I had done the things like that she's done to me, and again, I have not been perfect in this relationship. I have messed up. I've made my mistakes, and I've owned them. I've owned them with her. I've owned them with those who know me. I've never held from accountability for my wrongs in this, but like, if you had done the things that she had done, or if I was actually the woman and she was the man and doing the things that she did to me, and as the man and I being the woman, like, that would be straight physical abuse, like stuff that like you were in jail for and not coming out for, and like anyone knowing about that would not be okay with it. But like, I'm the man, so it's like, okay, yeah, a 120-pound chick punches you in the face, like, you know, yeah, is it right? No. But like, does it have the same effect if I went and punched her in the face? No, I'd be in jail. But like, the amount of times I've been hit and scratched and ripped and clothes ripped and phone broke and thrown out, woken up in the middle of snowpocalypse we had here a couple years ago with my clothes in her hand, clothes and shoes, and thrown out the door butt naked with my phone broke and scratched and ripped because I was going to potentially have to leave her apartment for 30 minutes on Valentine's the next day to take care of a work thing. A possibility. And it's like, you're abandoning me on a holiday. I'm ranting now at this point. I probably won't share this video, but like, all this stuff, but you still want it to work. You still want to find the good in them. You still want to, again, if it was my fault, again, back to it's all your fault and you have this disorder or that disorder, or like being thrown on me, like, great. If that's the case, great. Because that means I can fix that. I can get on medication. I can continue therapy. You know, it's funny, when I'm with her, I need therapy because of how up it is. But when I'm not with her, I'm not on anxiety medication. I'm not feeling like I need to go vent to a therapist and try to make sense of it all. And, you know, it's kind of funny how that works. She's in my life. I'm in complete chaos. She's out of my life. I'm heartbroken. I miss her. But, like, I'm not feeling how I feel when I'm with her trying to make it work, because of how heart-wrenching it is being broken up with and called back and this and that and all the stuff. But like I said, I know some of you feel this way too. Like, I wish it was my fault. I wish you could put a label on me for what I'm doing that's abusive and wrong in this relationship. But the truth is, it really isn't me. I didn't cause this. This happened to me. And I'm not going to say, oh, I'm not a victim and oh, poor me. But like, no, I've been in an incredibly abusive relationship for the last over 3 years now. And I'm not the abuser. I've been abused. I'm a man. I'm a semi-professional boxer. I've done some things in my life. And I've been wrecked by this 120-pound little girl. And she's abusive. And I've been abused. And I know that. But I'm still sitting here. I'm still trying to find arguments with people that love and care about me for why I could and should be with her, and what if she gets it right. And it's just, this struggle is real, and I'm not the only one going through it. I know y'all are going through it too. But the thing is, we know deep down it's wrong and we need to stay away. So I make this for you, I make this for me, and I make this for those of you who know people like us right now that are going through this, that like, it's just, this isn't a normal breakup. This isn't like anything you've probably been through. This isn't like anything you've probably even heard of. It's so unreal what it is that we actually have gone through, the trauma bonds that we have with these people, the love bombing that they've done to us, just the way that we feel like we can't live without them or have to be with them. This is real. And these are things that I'm overcoming and battling through. Felt so strong earlier, had such great church, had so much breakthrough, and I'm not going to lose that. I'm going to keep pushing forward, but the struggle is real. And I'm sitting here now like, oh, should I unblock her? Should I call her? Should I see what she's up to? Maybe it's a real thing. But the answer is no. No contact. Stay no contact. You know this person is bad for you. You know how much this person has hurt you, lied to you, used you, abused you, manipulated you, intentionally hurt you, used other people to hurt you, told falsehoods on you, lied about you to the police, made things up to you to the police. I've been in that situation with her. Oh, and there's some stories on that I can get into. Like, we know these people, they're so bad for us, but we love them so much. We have heart. Most of us that go through this are very empathetic. We're usually pretty smart too. We're kind, caring, loving people. And we just want the best in people. And we want this person. First off, I hate seeing the misery that she's in. And I want her to get free. And the freedom is in Christ Jesus. It truly is. And that's a freedom for myself too. But to say that I'm not going through this battle, this isn't a day in, day out. I know what I need to do. I'm trying to do it right. I'm trying to seek after God, but I'm also trying to stay away from this girl. But I want to go to this girl, and I want to fix it, and I want to make it right, and I want to make us right. But it's like, hey, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I can't make her see I've tried. What else can I do? What else can you do? What else can you really do that you haven't already tried? How much heartache are you going to go through? How many heartbreaks are you going to have? How much pain are you really willing to go through? I know I'm willing to go through more, but I think I'd be foolish for doing so. And I feel that I'm being told not to do so. So I got to listen to that. But I flip-flop in my own mind, and I'm trying not to. I'm trying to repent from that because I want to be with this person, but I know they're bad. I believe in the good in them, and I hope she gets to it one day. And I would love that it happens sooner than later, but in all reality, is it going to happen? I don't know. I'm not going to speak that on her. I hope she does wake up to what she really does. Just like I know you guys hope your abuser wakes up to what they do. But here's the reality. We need to wake up. A lot of us are awake, or we need to stay awake and not go back to sleep and get away from these toxic environments and these toxic relationships and these toxic abusive people. So I love y'all. Christ loves y'all. I'm going to stop ranting because this has been going for a minute. But I love y'all. Peace.